Oh my god, my face is so dry, like why? Anyway, I'm back with a new video. Today I'm going to talk about being stealth versus being out. I've been stealth for like a brief time period, like my high school, like when I first came there and no one knew that I was trans. But then I came out, which is kind of something I just been doing the past 3 years, because when you're out, it's like people see that part of you as your identity, but that's the only thing they see about you. Just like, whoa, hold up, I'm not just this trans person in the school. There's like 20 other people out there, and I'm not gonna name names, but they're there. And being stealth, it's like, yeah, you have these knowledge, you have this mindset of like your community, but no one's aware of it, so you can't really, you know, shed light to issue without accidentally outing yourself or like drawing attention that you might not want. And when it comes to like, meeting new people, for example, in my school, I met this new person and they didn't know I was trans until like I told them, or until like I gave them one of my social media links and like it had like my bio, yeah, trans masculine, yada yada. And like they were cool, they were just great, but it's like if I was just stealth for that whole time and never told them anything, what would come of that? Because being stealth to me is like, it's not that I would be ashamed of my trans identity. I'm very proud of my trans identity. I feel like being stealth would be less of a burden when it comes to like employment, housing, even social interactions at times, because you never know what people's views are, their intentions are. So I would rather be stealth in a public setting, outside of my school, outside of my house even, than to have this big imprint on me that says, oh, trans identified, or even trans male, because more than often people don't know what that means, and if they do, they associate it with the fact that, oh yeah, butch lesbian or hyper masculine. Like, no, it's just that I'm a guy and I just happen to be assigned female at birth. So yeah, along with that issue is the fact that when you're out, it's also like you can never be stealth, like you can never backtrack on like what you're saying and what you're doing, because people look at you as an example and they look at you like, oh well, you said this before, why are you saying this now if you're supposed to be the ideal trans person? But it's like, that's not the case. You're supposed to be the ideal trans person. I guess my biggest example would be Laverne Cox and Janet Mock, of course, because I love them and I love what they stand for. But then when they're compared to like Caitlyn Jenner, because she's like the idol for like trans women of all over America, it's like, no, because like there's not just one type of trans woman. There's many types, and it's like the fact that don't hold us to these standards that you think are going to be helpful for you to understand, because we're not here for your standards. We're not here for anyone's standards but our own. Even so, even our own standards are sometimes hypocritical and prejudiced and even misogynist in some cases, kind of, sadly. And when it comes to being self, people, at least in my opinion, would be self for their own reasons, whether for safety, finance reasons, even just personal reasons, if they just want to live as who they are without having questions and comments and constant endless cycles of oppression built on top of dysphoria, because it sucks. Because when I came out to people, they look at me like, okay, yeah, you're trans, but like, what else is there to you? Like, that's the only thing they see. Like, that's it. And the fact that I'm black too, it's like, wait, you're trans and you're black? Oh my goodness, that's so rare. That's so brand new. We never heard of that. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah. Again, I don't mind being out, and I don't mind being stealth either. I think for the most part, I will be stealth in college. Here's hoping, depending on like how the name change and gender market change go and all that. So yeah, but for now, I am out to almost everybody and on almost all my social media, including here, of course. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comments on your thoughts of being stealth versus being out, and which one you guys prefer as transgender individuals. And if you're allies, what do you take on this when someone comes out to you as transgender identified? So yeah, till next time, guys.